And we're live. Hey guys, this is Kaede Kisaragi Plays, and here we are to continue on playing Persona 4 Golden. I apologize for my late start, but sometimes your boss is incredibly annoying and asks you to do stuff right when the work hours are about to end, and you end up wasting an entire hour trying to get him to shut up. That happens. So, anyway, Super Casal Show, awesome seeing you here, or better yet, muito legal você estar aqui. Tive a ideia de botar PTBR no título do stream para informar que o stream é bilíngue, daí eu posso transitar entre inglês e português livremente e tentar talvez atrair um público BR na stream, né? Vai saber. Anyway, also, let me give you a shout out because you totally deserve it. You're awesome. Also, a shout out to Phantasy Star Online Bluebirds, which I have been playing a little bit and it's awesome. Alright, let's go straight to the stream. Let me load up the game capture there. Alright, game's up. Let's go. Okay, so it's the evening right now. Let's go up. We got a book to read, so let's read a book. Men of History. That sounds like a Gundam theme song. Men of Destiny! Every chapter begins. All men have the great spirit of masculinity within themselves. The amazing Khan learns to accept life and death through the rigorous application of manhood. You feel more like a real man than ever before. I am a man! The rain doesn't seem to be letting up this morning. Well, here we are at a very good day in the walkthrough that we are following, because it is the first official free time, which means we can use this to actually do something else entirely besides just following the instructions we had to follow so far. Also, why the hell is my controller disconnecting all the time? I'm pretty sure the batteries are charged. Okay, so let me take a look at the items we have here. The guide recommends that we try and go fishing. Let me see the fish we have. Where are the fish? Okay. We need Genji Ayu and Umber Sima for the Lady in White. But we still have some time, or do we? Yeah, let's use this to go fishing then. Also a good idea for us to save now, because we don't want to... in case we fail to fish for the right fish. Let's go fishing, even though this isn't really the Legend of the River King. Now there's a reference for somebody who is Game Boy roots. Let's see, we need Genji Ayu or Umber Sima. That works, good. We got Umbersima, now we need Genji Ayu. We got 3 more times to try and get it. Whoops, sorry. At least this doesn't count. If you pull your fishing rod before the fish bites it, it doesn't count. Didn't even need to use Y. And we got the Genji Ayu. Now we can just fish whatever the hell we want. We can fish another 3 times. Wow. I am very diligent. You know, thinking in retrospect, there's one small disadvantage of using the current light sources I have. My face gets a little bit more pale than it probably would look healthy. I don't know. Might be because, you know, the kind of light I'm using. Well, as long as it's not too bright. Like it could look a lot worse. It could look like this. Much brighter, but too bright. I think if by keeping like this, it's well balanced from both sides. Got it. And now we can go home. Time for us to read another book about being a man! A man! We are a man! Man God. Was this written by Ayn Rand? I have no idea if I pronounced her name right. The amazing Khan spends 500 days in the mountains seeking to prove a rumor about the true masters of manliness. The rumor that they spent 500 days in the mountains, they sure are beginning to, you know, just saying, just saying. All right. Now let's do some TV shopping. Let's buy the angel skirt. And let's read Farewell to Man. Man! The amazing Khan attempts to retreat from the world of masculinity, but its powerful call torments him. You feel a little empty inside. You finished the Amazing Khan series. Don't I know that pain?
And now the weather. The week ended on a wet note as rain clouds moved into the area. As a result, a thick fog is expected to form in the Inaba region later tonight.
It seems the fog will set in tonight. But we know nothing will happen because we saved Nanako. It's midnight. I wish I had that Jack Frost doll I have on the fence there, on the shelf there. I wish I had more anime and game figurines. I don't have any. Well, I lie. I actually do have one. No one's appearing on the Midnight Channel. Nanako has been rescued and you were able to arrest the culprit. There's probably no need to watch the Midnight Channel anymore. Don't count on that. Because anybody who watches my channel might know, I do have this lovely little figurine of OG Zero from Mega Man. Ignore the little thingies that I put here because I just had nowhere to put them. Look how badass he is. How dynamic he is. He's awesome. At some point I should play Mega Man in this stream. Don't you guys think? We saved the world, now we go to school. The fog from yesterday is still there this morning.
Oh, there he is!
Take a look at this. Namatame's in today's paper.
The front page headline article says that Namatame has regained consciousness. Today before dawn, the suspect Taro Namatame, who had been confined in a local hospital, regained consciousness. In response to police questioning, he testified that he is sorry for what he has done and was scared. From here on, the police are hoping to solve the entire case based on the suspect's depositions.
So it's finally over.
Yeah, seriously.
Or is it?
I wish we could have done it sooner. Isn't the fog kind of thick this morning? And it's so chilly.
The fog's getting thicker. And Leon's getting larger!
It rarely gets this cold in November.
Oh, it's you guys. Perfect timing. I just got a call from the hospital. They said that starting today, it's okay to visit Nanako-chan.
Awesome!
She's getting a little better. Thank goodness.
Oh, is that today's paper? So you already know about him.
Yep. What's he charged with?
2 counts of kidnappings and murder and 5 counts of attempted murder. Those are serious crimes. I think it'll go down in history as one of the worst sprees in Japan.
If that's the worst sprees of Japan, I don't think you are really, considering. I mean, think about it. The sarin attack on the subway in Japan, I think that was kind of worse. Probably a lot worse. But then again, I don't know if they actually managed to... I don't remember right now if they managed to stick the case on somebody.
He's still mentally unstable, but we're slowly piecing together a story. This is still a secret, but I guess it's okay to tell you guys. You know that diary we found? There were entries about Miss Yamano and Miss Konishi in it. Looks like Namatame had been making advances on Miss Konishi.
That son of a bitch!
Yes, let's all add more baggage to this whole mess.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna head to the hospital now. Dojima-san's recovering too, so I need to go over a few things about this case with him.
Yosuke.
Sorry, I'm alright. Namatame's been caught. He can't hurt anyone now. But forget him. Let's all go visit Nanako-chan after school.
Of course.
Let's tell the others once we get to school.
Also, why were you three waiting for me right here? This isn't a bus stop or anything. Just a reminder, the finals are next week. Really? Wow, the world's about to end and we still have to do the finals. How very Harry Potter. How's your studying going? Though you may be very busy with your studies, make sure you keep up your personal grooming. Every year, some boys come stumbling into class with stubble on their chins. Of course, their 5 o'clock shadow is more a 5-day shadow. Speaking of facial hair, some nations used to impose a tax on facial hair. In 18th century Russia, they also had a hat tax, bath tax, laundry tax, chimney tax, and more to fund their military. Those sure were taxing times. Ho 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 ho! Be sure to take this down. You never know what will be on the test, just like you never know what will be taxed next.
Nanako, everyone's here to see you.
Bro.
Talking still seems painful for her. Nevertheless, Nanako looks happy.
Dojima-san! Ugh, how many times does this make it today? I understand that you're worried about your daughter, but you still need your rest too.
Sorry.
Are your injuries that bad?
Well, my wounds have just closed up, and it seems I have a couple of fractures as well.
I'm sorry. I'll wheel him back to his room immediately.
What are you apologizing for?
It's almost time for your checkup, so make sure you're back in your room before then.
Big bro.
You know what would have been nice? If that nurse was instead the Devil Arcana nurse, you know? Just a way to better mash the different characters into the same story. Like Persona 5 did later by having the alley doctor come in and the back alley doctor come in and examine Futaba. I'm here.
Yeah, I'm so glad.
Nanako closed her eyes with a relieved expression. She seems to have fallen asleep. You received an explanation concerning Nanako's condition from the doctor.
Her condition is stable for now, but I never thought I'd say this as a doctor, but we still can't figure out the cause of Nanako-chan's symptoms. That's why we can only administer temporary treatments to alleviate her current pains.
But she's not in danger anymore, is she?
She's regained consciousness, but we can't let our guard down yet. All we can do for now is to monitor her condition closely.
Adachi, how's it going with Namatame?
Well, he's awake now, but he's in no condition to tell us anything useful. We only get a little time each day to interrogate him, so we're stuck until his strength recovers.
I see. I should get back to work as soon as possible. Hopefully by then, Nanako will be out of the hospital.
I think Nanako-chan can get more peace and quiet if she stays here. It's so foggy out, and there's been some weird rumors going around. Seems like no one knows why there's so much fog in town.
It's true. The number of patients complaining about fog-related health problems has increased, which is quite unusual.
There's something odd going on here. Isn't that just a rumor?
I can't say for sure that it has no effect on the human body. It certainly could be a psychological effect. People's anxiety over the fog could cause problems. But as far as the fog's chemical makeup, well, that's not my field, so I can only speculate. What concerns me is that transportation of our medical supplies has been delayed due to the fog.
Delayed?
Fog-related health problems. Oh, that's just ridiculous.
Is the fog that bad that you can't just drive?
Anyone who says that is just blowing smoke.
Or blowing fog? Eh? Eh? Nanako has somehow regained consciousness, but it seems that it will take more time until she fully recovers. Namatama's interrogation that has finally begun, the fog that won't lift, and people's mysterious health problems. For now, it seems that you can only watch and wait to see how things will turn out.
Isn't this weather strange? How could it be lasting so long?
I've never seen anything like it.
I have. It's called being in Rio Grande do Sul.
I wonder what's causing it. It's so creepy. I heard that a friend of mine's son got sick from the fog and collapsed. You know how sensitive children are to that sort of thing.
I heard something too. They say an old man was driving through the fog and got into an accident.
What? Did he lose control?
Well, he'd never been in an accident or even gotten a ticket before, so something seems off. Isn't that scary?
I think maybe his glasses were just slightly off center. It is foggy, you know?
I've even heard there are experts saying it's poisonous. I wonder if that's true.
Mob mentality at its finest.
Do you think it's, because of that global warming thing?
Why are they talking about global warming like it's something that we should not be talking about? Like, that global warming thing.
This town's changed a lot over the years. I wish the government would step in and do something about this.
What the hell would the government do about fog? It's fog!
Oh, I agree completely. If we're going to pay taxes, I expect the authorities to do their jobs.
Yes, the authorities are going to develop the technology to summon Captain Planet.
This fog is poison! It's a gas filled with viruses! Don't inhale the fog, or you'll die!
He's not the first one like that I've seen lately.
Poisonous gas, though?
This here seems like the kind of picture of today's society during the pandemic. Wouldn't you agree? You either have people who are taking this way too seriously, and the people who are just not taking it seriously.
Oh, I'm sure it's not true.
Oh.
Is something wrong?
Oh my. I think I'm coming down with something.
And now we have the we have the mass hysteria disease spreading in Inaba. Great, just great.
You can't be serious. Oh, that's right. I needed to do some grocery shopping. Well then.
The way that she ran. And what about you, man? You were just listening in.
Business has been so slow lately.
Risa's grandma is so chill. Let's go upstairs and let's read the final lesson. The story is about the weak-willed milquetoast of a teacher who has a hard time getting his students to learn. This is about the teacher's last lecture to his classes that year and his students' eyes filled with tears. You're filled with tender feelings. I'm sorry, but this is never going to top the final lecture from Koro-sensei in Assassination Classroom. That is the ultimate final lecture ever. You finished the entire Bully Teacher series. The weather's really been weird lately. What's up with all this fog? This fog looks like it's going to stay here forever. But I heard it's nothing to worry about. That's what some great guy on TV said. Oh, I also heard that it's poisonous. Very toxic. And nobody even knows why it's toxic. Man, just thinking about how toxic it is makes me feel ill. I should probably stay at home for a while. You're just too lazy to take the finals beginning next week, aren't you? It's seriously too cold now. Such a painful season if you've got back pain. Ow! See? Speaking of back pain, there's a deity that makes your back hurt. It's a titan named Atlas. Do you know about him? He's often depicted carrying the earth on his shoulders. And it looks really heavy. Makes me hurt just looking at it. And atlases are also used in geography classes. Do you know what they are? Yukun, who doesn't look like he would know. Do you know what an atlas is? A book of maps. You're very good! Yeah, an atlas is a book of maps. Mercator's book of maps featured a large picture of Atlas on the cover. Note the spelling. It's spelled Atlas. A-T-L-A-S, okay? I mean, how else would you spell it? Well, there's always... Ow, my back! Alright. Okay. There. That girl on the roof, what do you think she thinks of me? Well, there's nothing I can do but change myself. I already have a plan. She'll need an animal guide. Check out the TV. Next we go to the practice building, second floor, to get yet another quest from the homely student. Because apparently that's all I do, get quests. Speaking of, I can't forget to get that item from the dungeon the next time I manage to get inside. Possibly on my next free time. Classy lumber. Now we go to the first floor again. Then we talk to the male student. I want to build another crystal radio. Old ore. Okay. Now let's leave this school and let's go to the Samigawa River. He needs a modest lamp. Now let me double check my personas. Do I have a fortune? I do. Who is the fortune again? Seriously, I have a sieve for a brain. Everything just flows in and out like that. Alright. Let's go into town. Or rather, no, let's go back to school. Because school day, that means Naoto is in the first floor. Ah, crap. We are slightly behind with Naoto. Which is weird. I don't think I've missed any of Naoto's events. Well, we're still gonna have days to catch up, so it's okay. I just gotta remember to do it right. So let's go read up some more. Beep, 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 beep. I have other plans. Now let's read the Ocha way. The various tea ceremonies from many regions are described here in great detail. You feel that you could teach anyone about performing tea ceremonies. Since you were... We did not finish the book yet. And now in the morning we go talk to Old Lady Hisano. Today's Labor Appreciation Day. Wow! It's May 1st here in Brazil, Labor Day. Let's go out. Let's go to the Samigawa riverbank. And let's go talk to Old Lady Hisano to get level 8 of the Death Arcana. Any options are good. Those are the letters I sent to my husband.
Is that so?
So he'd be keeping my letters in the storehouse as well. We thought alike. I need to throw these away as well. But first, can you let me read them? We compared our hair. Now it reaches my shoulders. If not you, then who will tie it up for me when it becomes necessary? The path you left on has long been buried by fallen leaves. Will I be able to meet you again when the cherry blossoms bloom and the cicadas buzz? Each day grows brighter. I can feel you coming closer, step by step. I wrote this decades ago, but who knew that I would become deaf? That poem you sent me was from the Ise, wasn't it? It's fitting, as I'm waiting here for you. But I wish I could just spring away from here and run to your arms. It would be an adventure to search for the cowrie of the swallows in order to win your heart. If I could transform my heart into the wind and make it rush to your side, would you take it into your hand?
I loved him this much. And because I loved him, it saddened me that he forgot my love.
I was miserable and jealous.
I was a fool.
I was left behind because I was such a fool. He was all that I had. Now he's gone. I must accept that. Take your time. You're right. But can I do it? This poor old lady does not deserve to suffer this.
Thank you.
If it's okay with you, I would like to see you again. Delivery! Now let's go upstairs, finish reading the Ocha Way. You overhear students talking again. I can't even see the sky with all this fog. I really don't like this weather. Huh? Why? I'm fine with it. Some people say the fog is poisonous, but I don't feel bad at all. You're worrying too much. Just imagine that the town was supposed to be like this from the very beginning. Pretend that this is natural. If you say so. More students are calling in sick lately, but I guess it's nothing really unusual.
Thank you.
If I hadn't somehow lost pace with Naoto's progression, we would be getting level 9 today. Maybe I should go home for today. The fog doesn't seem to be lifting either. Don't you feel drained on foggy days? The bad news is that I can't go home yet though. That's the crushing reality of a full-time employee. Days like these, I just want to spend all day counting my money at home. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's easy to count when you use a sequence of numbers with a common difference. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. Numbers with geometric progression are more difficult to count by. Here's a sequence that is even harder to count by. 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13. Yu-kun, can you answer this? 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13. What is this sequence called? Fibonacci. Yep, that's the Fibonacci sequence. Good to know that you're studying. The Fibonacci sequence is defined by starting with 0, then 1, then all others are the sum of the two before them. I wouldn't dream of having my money grow in geometric progression, but at the very least I can wish for a Fibonacci growth. I would like that too! Sorry that I'm getting off topic, but my husband is acting weird lately. Not that we've been fighting, but he's been going on about how the fog is poisonous. Ugh, I'm so depressed. Let's just continue the lecture. Alrighty then. You came with Naoto to search for the Phantom Thief based on the information she gathered. I have learned that in recent days a suspicious man has been spotted around the shopping district. He isn't a local, and his appearance doesn't mark him as a tourist or a shopper. I talked to the owner of Shiroku's store and she said that she saw the man only a few hours ago. She confirmed it was the same man who bought the card. If that's true, then he's likely looking for his next hiding place for one of the stolen items. We may be able to catch him in the act. I feel kinda sad.
Huh?
You too? The detective I dreamed of becoming as a child. I feel like that's what I am now. If my deductions are correct, there are 2 things remaining that the Phantom Thief has stolen. And if so, I'm quite certain that he's going to hide that one. Perhaps he is... Anyway, where in this area could he hide something unnoticed? I have an idea. Let's go, senpai! You're... The man brandished the knife. Okay, if we pick Protect Naoto, we go into the intimate direction. Instead, we're going with platonic, since we are not dating Naoto because we are already dating Risei.
Senpai!
There's no need for alarm, the knife's a toy. The man dropped the knife and ran away. This knife, I knew it. It's another of the 7 tools I made. This is a knife-shaped radio. As I said, it's just a toy. I consider you a friend as well, so please don't do these rash things any longer.
I apologize.
I'm sorry for involving you in this. We're almost reached the end. Just a little more, and it will be over. For some reason, the thought is not a cheering one. I've never had a case like this before. Hit Riser. Let's remove Garudine. I'm going home now. I have research to do. You needn't worry about the Phantom Thief case any longer. I'll explain later, once everything calms down. If you say
I'll see
so.
you again.
Let's go upstairs and read another book. There's no doubt in my mind. Whenever my dad's watching Netflix, it affects the stream. I always lose frames when Netflix is on. The Divine Way. This book describes Shinto rituals and oral traditions with some helpful illustrations. You understand the material, but you don't feel that you could teach this to someone else. The old Japanese calendar had different names for the months. September was Nagatsuki, and October was Kanazuki. This weather feels like all the gods have gone away and left us since the last month. This fog is just nasty, isn't it? It's like being wrapped up in gauze, like an Egyptian mummy or something. Of course, if my house was as nice as one of the ancient pyramids, I probably wouldn't complain about it so much. But mummies are already dead, so they don't have anything to worry about. You, however, have tests coming up. And if you fail the last exams, you have even more cause for concern. Sorry. I don't want to see you haunting these halls. Well then, Yu-chan, I've got a question for you. There are 130 ancient pyramids in Egypt, but do you know who's buried in the biggest one? Khufu. That's right, the Great Pyramid is the tomb of the pharaoh Khufu, also known as Cheops. It took over 20 years to build and was the tallest man-made structure in the world for almost 4 millennia. I'm gonna put this question on the next week's test. I wish you all luck on moving on to the next grade. Study hard. Let's play catch up. Nah, better not. Let's play catch up with Naoto later.
Oh.
Because it occurs to me that some arcanas might have a time limit, so it's better we focus on the ones that might. So anyway, now let's go into town. Stop it! Don't hit Misaki-chan! That's not Misaki, that's Phoenix Ranger Featherman R's enemy in disguise! Then I quit playing Phoenix Ranger Featherman R! It looks like Yuta is protecting a girl. Once again, the children tug at you from all directions. You decided to escort Eri and Yuta part of the way home. Oh, Minami-san, you are with Yuta-kun? I'm going to play by the river.
Oh, hello.
Nakamura-sensei. I apologize for the trouble Yuta caused at school. The woman seems to be a teacher at Yuta's school. Yuta-kun really is rambunctious. You can tell how he was raised. Oh, who is this? He seems a bit young to be your husband. I'm Yu Narukami. I'm a daycare assistant. Oh, I see. Looking after Yuta-kun is a tough job, isn't it? Even so, he is quite young. I guess people from the city are different from us country people. I guess it can't be helped that Yuta-kun has turned out this way. It's so burdensome to make extra lesson copies for him. I have to use my private time for that, you know? Well, I suppose it's all part of my job. I'm sorry. If it was just his grades, that would be one thing, but then there's his slight violence streak too. It's easy to laugh off now, but eventually it will turn into bullying. Which leads to delinquency, which in turn leads one day into crime, and god damn it, this teacher is an asshole! Well, I must be on my way. I'm sorry to have bothered you. You did bother me! All of the other mothers of children in Yuta's class respect Miss Nakamura as a good teacher. They all gossip about me because I'm a second wife, an outsider. And you know how Yuta is, right? So it's impossible for me to make any friends here. If only he was a more studious child. Grades aren't a factor. They are a factor! Because his grades are bad, his teacher is nasty to me, and that makes the other monitors gossip about me. I'm trying so hard, and yet he's... I'm fed up, I'm just sick of it all. Why does this always happen to me? Don't bully Mom! Holy crap, the kid attacked me! Are you alright? I just had something in my eye, Yuta. Mr. Yu wasn't bullying me.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, but thank you. I guess I'm happy. Still think it's not worth it to be his mom? I highly doubt that.
Then I'll
Bye
see
now.
you again.
I'll see you again at the daycare center. Let's go home, Yuta. I got punched by a little kid. Wow. Now we're gonna have to go outside because it's time for saves coming! Save abuse! We're gonna have to go take a fortune again for 80. This is not gonna be good. Save. We gotta score another great blessing. Also, great, 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 great. Woo! First time! Awesome! But it won't not become stronger yet because I messed up the progression. But it's still something good. Something good. Hey, don't you think that there are more and more people getting weird because of the fog? I even see people wearing those huge gas masks around town. Yeah, and people are getting sick too. Haven't there been people saying a lot of weird stuff lately? Like that the world is ending, and that global warming is because of original sin, and nutty stuff like that. Hey, what do you think is going to happen if you think someone's sick but you don't do anything about it? I mean, to be honest, yesterday my dad... Oh boy. Good morning. What's up, you guys? You don't look so well. Are you exhausted from studying for the test around the corner? I hope you're not forgetting something. Christmas is coming up in a month. Have you found your date yet? I've got mine already. Tell you what, I'll give you guys a Christmas question. Alright, I'll ask a question regarding cakes. Narukami! Which of these is considered a rice cake? Excellent! Mochi is a type of rice cake. When you think of cake, you think dessert, but something pounded together is also called a cake. That's the case with mochi, as it's rice pounded together. As another example, kamaboko is a fish cake, fish meat pounded together. However, you probably don't want to be eating fish cakes on Christmas night. I would love to receive a Christmas cake. You know, the ones that they have in Japan. They must be delicious. Now let's go to the first floor. Let's catch up with Naoto.
I am Yakushiji, Secretary of the Shirogane Estate. I humbly apologize for the other day.
I must also apologize. Though I may not have known, I involved you in this. It was an act put on by my grandpa.
My master has been terribly saddened by Naoto-sama's state of affairs lately. Lacking acquaintances to confide in, she devotes every fiber of her being to work. My master wanted Naoto-sama to regain the joy she felt in days past. To regain the feelings when all that she wanted was to be a detective, regardless of her heritage or gender. I involved you at my own discretion, believing you to be trustworthy. Please forgive me.
I received this from Yakushiji-san. It's the final challenge.
I did what you can't stand to at a place you would be fond of, but underneath rather than inside.
A place I'd be fond of.
Somewhere high.
You remembered. The highest place around here is the hill. Next, what I can't stand to do. There are several possibilities, but
Throwing things away.
that's right. Did I mention that before? Considering what's at the hill, the most likely answer is the trash can. I have an inkling of what might be there. Let's go, senpai.
Let's go! It seems there was something taped to the bottom of the trash can.
I forgot this thing even existed. It's the last of the 7 tools. The detective's pocketbook. All the things I had forgotten about are packed in here. I think Grandpa wanted to remind me of them. This childish game. He's selfish indeed. Forcing me to recall all this now. I was trying so hard. Not to be underestimated. Not to be condescended to.
Sounds to me like he really understands you better than you give him credit, Naoto.
If I solved this town's murder case, then everyone would accept me. They would acknowledge me as the 5th in the Shirogane lineage of detectives. That's what I told myself. I just wanted to be accepted. I wanted to be needed. That's why I fretted and stood on my tiptoes and focused only on solving the case. But the original reason I wanted to become a detective, it was because mysteries intrigued me, and I could help people by solving them. That's all. I remember now. Do you recall the time I faced myself in the TV world? It was my task to accept the self who yelled, "I want a reason for me to stay." But my reason to stay was not solely to solve the crime. You, everyone, gave me a reason. You gave me a place to stay.
You always had a place to stay, Naoto. You just had to look for it.
I have to be an adult. I have to be a man. With that way of thinking, I was running from myself. I don't need to look for something to change or something to accomplish. I only need to have faith in myself. I finally think I can accept myself. That I'm a woman. That I haven't yet become the detective I wanted to be. I am a woman. And a detective. One who is seeking the truth with you and the others.
Yes, you are, Naoto. Ona Keibu! Shirogane Naoto! Sanjo!
I'm really glad I came to this town. It's where you and I live. And all the others, too.
Alrighty then. We're gonna do another save abuse. Goody. We're gonna have fortune again to raise Ares. 80's affection. Let's go. We need to get a grate. We need to get a grate. Or at least... Nope. We're gonna have to reload. Luckily, it seems nothing important is gonna happen now, so we can just reload the file. Yep. Let's reload the file. Let's try again. The way that the soundtrack changed to reflect the fog enveloping all of the city, it's kind of creepy. We're gonna have to reload again. That's 2 times now. I feel like I'm stuck on a perpetual save reload cycle, you know? We've entered an endless recursion of time. Now there's a joke for you guys who like Haruhi Suzumiya. We've entered an endless recursion of time. Come on, be great, be great. I'm such a badass, I should be getting great blessings all the time. I miss having the Fortune Arcana be related to luck drawings. Frankly, I think Persona 5 was easier to do the best guide possible compared to Persona 4. 4 seems to have a real hate going on the RNG. Cooperate, please. I just want a great blessing. Why do you want to be so annoying to me? Give me the blessing already. I'll pay. I'm paying you. Just give me the blessing. I had a rough day at work. I just want a blessing. Give me the blessing. Especially because there's another fortune drawing in the next day. Why did they have to decide to make fortune be entirely dependent? I mean, having the Temperance Arcana be entirely dependent on the fortune drawings for this walkthrough. I know it's supposed to be optimizing your time the best you can, but I'm already late for a lot of stuff. Thank you. Alrighty then, now let's go do some shopping. Ba-da-ba-da, ba-da-ba-da, ba-ba-da-ba-da-da. Eh? Wait, so there was nothing I could buy? That's weird. Oh well, let's follow the rest of the walkthrough. Let's go meet up with Old Lady Hisano for the level 9 Arcana of Death. I was lying to you.
I'm not really death.
No. I did wish that he would die, and so he died for me. That's what I wanted to think. I thought maybe that would be proof that he still loved me. I didn't want to accept that he had died all by himself, not remembering me, leaving me behind. I don't understand. I loved him for almost all my life.
But the truth is, I don't have any special powers like that. I am not death. Just another boring human being, waiting for a miracle that never came. Before I knew it, I was wishing death on the one person I loved most in the world. I was lonely, forgotten, and loving, being loved. All that is what goes into making us human.
Yes, it's true. Even if he did forget me in the end, the lives we've spent together were proof of our dedication to each other. His love for me was never a lie. All those letters are proof. I just didn't get it.
But it's too late now, isn't it?
No, it isn't. Perhaps you're right. I think I'll try living as the Hisano he loved once more.
The man I loved is gone. I can't ignore that fact any longer. I need to face the truth head on. I want to see you again.
Alright. Now this is where things get tricky. We need to go once again get a fortune-telling drawing for the Temperance Arcana with Airi. But the day next, the exams begin. which means if we don't get the Great Blessing, we're gonna be run over by a whole lot of cutscenes before we manage to get a reload. By the way, here's a major warning for you guys. The warning being, December 3rd, the day after we finish the exams, it's where we determine the ending that we are going to be getting in the game. Yeah. December 3rd is the day where we get the ending decided, and it's entirely dependent on a dialogue tree. I know it sounds unfair, but it is entirely dependent on what choices we make. So, I will need to figure out what I'm going to be doing, because there's 7 possible endings in Persona 4 Golden. 7. Of course, we're not gonna go for any of the bad endings. We're going straight to the best ending possible, right? But I might keep the save file, apart. So we can maybe later, just for funsies, play the different endings just to see what would be happening, Great blessing, great blessing, great blessing, great blessing, great blessing, great blessing! Yes! Thank you, thank you, thank you! Now, time for the finals.
Yo!
Look at this weather, man. What's up with this? It's really weird. Have you ever heard of anything like this before? Oh yeah, and finals start today. But that's seriously not the point now. What's going to happen? Don't get confused by it. Yeah, you're right, sorry. It's not going to help us if we start freaking out for no reason. But there have been a lot of weird rumors lately, and not just the ones about the fog being poisonous. I just have a very bad feeling about all of this. Italian, geometric, Khufu, Atlas, good thing the questions are always the same, right? There's no way we can keep the club going like this. Too many of our members are calling in sick. When is this damn fog gonna clear up? But senpai, the people who are just lacking off aren't showing up either, right? You can keep up the club with the members you're left with. Maybe the fog helped you find out who's the most dedicated to being in the club. Huh? Well, that's one way of looking at it, I guess. Bridal, Cuckoo. So far, so good. We just gotta finish the final exams now. No country. And we are gonna be set for getting into the sequence for determining which of the endings we're gonna be getting. Fibonacci. Only one exam day left. Hey, did you hear what they say happened to on the Midnight Channel? Someone said they turned it on and there was a picture of this town in complete ruins. My friend said she saw Inaba get swallowed by the fog and sent into some other dimension. She said there were monsters coming out of the fog too, like in that story. Have you noticed, ever since the fog started, it seems that some people can see the Midnight Channel even when it's not raining. Could it be is our town getting more and more messed up? That's concerning! Namib. Mochi.
Man, this fog just won't quit. The weather report said it might start snowing soon. But what's going to happen if it snows with all this fog?
Whoa! Where'd you guys come from?
Wow, that's quite a crowd you got there.
We ran into each other back there, so we came together. The fog's so thick that sometimes you can't see your nose in front of your face, so everyone's forming groups now.
It's definitely been weird lately. It's so cold, too.
Visibility's so bad it's scary. Can I stick close to you, Senpai?
Oh, this girl never changes.
She's my girlfriend, she's entitled.
It really is hard to see anything in this, though. It's just like on the other side.
And Kanji just had an idea.
Guys, put on your glasses!
The fog from the other side is coming into the real world.
Whoa, it's all clear.
Bum bum bum!
What the hell's going on?
These glasses are meant to help us see through the fog in the other world. But putting that aside, no glasses would improve one's visibility in a fog under normal circumstances.
Then, could the fog from over there be leaking into our world?
Or maybe our world is leaking into over there.
Huh? Well, you guys think that's it? I was kind of expecting you to ignore it as Chie being random again. It's just a thought.
The mood darkens.
Anyways, today's the last day of exams, right? Let's get them over with so we can meet up at the special headquarters after school.
Wow, we haven't used that name in a while.
To the HQ! There will be dramatic turns in the story from this point. It is strongly recommended that you take this opportunity to save. Would you like to save your game now? For the love of freaking God, yes! And now, my friends, let's get ready for the real fun.
Hey, here's a story about the fog. Some specialists are raising concerns that this fog may consist of harmful substances. More and more citizens are calling for an investigation into the cause of the fog and the facts about it. Though the government has begun its preliminary investigation, many feel that the causes will be hard to pinpoint. Is this fog really dangerous?
You hardly ever see people walking around town anymore. Or here either.
Everyone's too scared of the fog now to go outdoors much.
It does seem a lot like the fog on the other side. But beyond that, I'm clueless.
There's another item of note here. A summary of Namatame's career with details about the case. The suspect was having an affair with the first victim. It seems she was killed due to relationship troubles. Also in April, Miss Saki Kamishi's body was discovered. The police are looking into a motive for the murder. In July, a boy living in Inaba performed a copycat murder. The boy was initially thought to be the culprit behind all the killings, but later suspicion was thrown upon Namatame. Last month, the suspect attempted to kidnap a 7-year-old girl of Inaba, resulting in his arrest. It seems Namatame is still confined to his hospital bed, so further interrogation has yet to commence.
So it's finally over. A lot of stuff's happened. But all that's left is for the police to build a case for Namatame, right?
Hello? Fog of the other world around in the real world. I would say the case is not over yet. Can they prove anything?
I'm sure your uncle can.
But the stuff he was saying was so obviously nuts. If he says anything about the TV world, he might be considered mentally unstable.
Also, I heard before that if the police don't have enough hard evidence, it's difficult to build a case.
Yes, there are many such cases and culprits. It's the eternal conundrum for crime investigators.
So even if they're caught, the law can't do shit?
It's a possibility.
Hell's up with that! We all know he did it. You can't just let a maniac who thinks he's saving people by killing them run wild on the streets.
They better not dismiss something this serious because of some mental issues. Saki-senpai. No, not just her. Or that announcer. Even King Moron is his fault. If it weren't for what he did, nobody would have tried a copycat killing. It's his fault Nanako-chan's in the hospital right now, too.
You're reminded that you made a promise with Nanako to buy a new kotatsu.
What's the matter?
You told the others about your promise with Nanako.
A kotatsu?
Oh, then why don't we go check them out right now? I know Nanako-chan would be psyched if she came home and found a new kotatsu.
Dude, why didn't you tell me sooner? The winter season's coming up and we just got a bunch of them in stock. All right. Off to the housewares section for Nanako-chan!
If we're getting a kotatsu, we better get some oranges to complete the set.
It's a cliche because it's true, damn it.
The best compliment to a kotatsu would be a heated rug.
Dude, that much juice would kill the breaker the moment you tried to microwave something.
True.
Oh yeah, you've never used a kotatsu before, huh, Ted? It's nice and toasty.
What? Can I still stay here?
Huh?
You kept your promise to me, so I should be going back.
Why are you going on with this again, Teddy? You already made a new promise, remember? You have to stay here to play with Nanako-chan.
But I don't want to go until Nana-chan gets better.
Of course you can stay. How many times do we have to say this before it gets through to you?
Nanako-chan would be sad if you weren't there when she wakes up.
But I couldn't save Nana-chan.
Don't be silly. We saved her together.
We caught the killer, man. We couldn't have done that without you.
Teddy, you shouldn't talk that way when Nanako-chan is still fighting.
You guys.
You can stay here.
Sensei, I'm so touched. I'll stay by your side until Nana-chan comes home, Sensei.
Oh, that's right. There's no one but you at your place.
Hey, why don't we pick out a Christmas present for Nanako-chan while we're at it?
Oh, That's a great idea. I'm sure she'll be out of the hospital by then.
Christmas time is here.
Alright, but none of this charge it to Yosuke stuff this time. Seriously. We're clear on this, right?
Oh, come on. Why would we do something like that?
Gee, I don't know. Maybe for the same reason that you said that you could cook curry and you could not.
Dude, the clothes you got for this guy? I almost pissed my pants when I saw the receipt. How many days do you think I had to work to pay that off?
Well, I can't help it if Juness overcharges for things.
And that is why I did not choose Chie as my girlfriend.
Ugh. Well, I guess you gotta expect that. It's not like Chie-san's ever had the occasion to help a guy shop before.
What? What did you just say?
Oh, she didn't.
Come on, baby. Don't fight over me.
We didn't.
Stay out of this!
And we broke Yukiko again.
Let's leave them be and think of a present for Nanako-chan on our own.
But what would a girl her age want?
What do you think Nanako-chan would appreciate most?
Yeah, that white round shape's the best. A plush doll's the way to go.
Alright, as soon as Nanako-chan's out of the hospital, we'll have a party at your place.
Yes.
Yes! And we'll bake the cake!
No, you will not.
Of course!
Let's make it a cake to remember.
Oh no, you're not! Are you trying to send Nanako-chan back to the hospital?
I know, right? It's Adachi.
Hello, this is Adachi. I want you to stay calm and listen to me, okay?
Don't start that way. That's the worst way that you can start a conversation.
Nanako-chan's condition suddenly got worse.
Nanako!
The doctor wants you to come to the hospital immediately. We'll be waiting.
Wants me to come?
Come on, let's go!
Doctor, this fog is poisonous, isn't it? Isn't it filled with viruses? They said so on TV. Isn't there a vaccine or something for it?
Shut up, lady! There's real people with real sicknesses that need real help. So fucking shut up!
Calm down, please. That's just a rumor.
Don't tell me to calm down! You're lying! We know you have medicine for this! Are you just going to stand there and watch us die?
Why would we do something like that?
What a commotion.
What the hell's that supposed to mean? Can't you see how much pain she's in?
All we can do right now is monitor her condition closely. Dojima-san, you need to return to your...
I don't give a damn about myself. Do something about Nanako.
Dojima-san!
Just save her. For God's sake, please save Nanako.
We'll do our best. I must ask you to step outside for the time being.
Nanako.
Hey, can't you do something? This all has to do with the world you came from. Can't you figure something out?
I'm thinking, but...
Damn it! Why does this have to happen to a little girl like her?
Calm down.
How am I supposed to stay calm at a time like this? Can't believe this is happening.
Nanako-chan's gonna be okay, right?
You guys still here?
How is Dojima-san doing?
His wounds opened up again. They're treating it over in his room now.
Any luck with your investigation on Namatame?
About that. I won't mince words here. We're gonna have a hard time making these charges stick.
What's that mean?
I talked with the guys at the station, and it'll be next to impossible to find him guilty in court. Especially given the reason why we took him off our list of suspects for the first case.
Oh yeah, something about him having an alibi.
Yeah, that. And the whole angle about him putting people into TVs, there's no way that'll stand up in court. No one would believe that. What the public wants is when, where, and how Namatame killed these people. And Dojima-san knows it.
Well, ain't you calm about this?
I'm just telling you the truth.
And you call yourself a cop? Huh? You want to see that stuff so bad? We'll show you! Hurry up and bring a TV here, damn it!
Hey, stop!
What the?
Is Nanako-chan's family here?
What happened?
Hurry inside. Please talk to her.
Nanako!
What the hell? What's going on?
No. Nanako-chan. Daddy.
He'll be here soon.
Nanako-chan. Nanako-chan. Can you hear us? Do you understand what we're saying? Your big brother's here with you. Just hang in there. Where's Dojima-san?
We're calling for him right now.
How's Nanako?
Doctor.
Big bro.
I'm right here.
I'm scared. Big bro. Dad and Annie.
Nanako! Nanako!
I'm sorry, sir.
Damn it! Damn it!
Nana-chan.
We did everything we could, but we still couldn't figure out what caused this.
Nanako-chan.
Dojima-san, what's with that look? Huh? What's wrong, everyone? Hmm? Huh? Wait, is Nanako-chan... But then, where did Dojima-san go? His room isn't that way. Wait a sec. That's the way to...
Hachi-san said he was admitted to this hospital.
You transported him to the same hospital? For crying out loud, he's the suspect in the case!
What are you getting mad at me for? This is the biggest hospital, and he's in no condition to be moved.
Where is his room?
I can't tell you that.
Just tell us where he is already! Dojima-san's on his way, ain't he? You don't know what he's gonna do there if we don't stop him!
Kanji-kun, you don't mean...
Hold on. Just what are you guys talking about?
Cough it up! Where's his room?
Top floor in the second surgical ward. Furthest room back. But there's a police guard.
I was always watching over Nana-chan, and I still couldn't save her. It happened in my world. Even though I was the only Teddy in that place, I still couldn't do anything.
Let go of me. I need to speak to him.
Like we said, without permission.
Permission? Who gave them permission to kill Nanako? Tell me that, huh? The hell with you all! Why is he still alive when Nanako's dead? Give me back Nanako! Give her back! She's all I have! She's the only one in the world.
Call a doctor!
Let go of me. I need to...
Holy crap! Dojima-san! Quick, get him to his room. I'll go alert the doctors.
Dojima-san, was he seriously gonna...
His only daughter's dead. Nothing would have surprised me.
Dojima-san probably knew that there's little to no chance Namatame would be convicted. Damn it. He killed Senpai, and now Nanako-chan. And the bastard's gonna walk away without paying for what he did.
That's not right! Why? Why is he the one that gets to go on living?
What the hell? The window in the room is wide open. What are you doing?
I was scared, so I...
You have your life, and now you want your freedom too?
It's your fault that Nanako-chan's...
I didn't.
12 o'clock. Is it the Midnight Channel? Hey, isn't this...
I failed to save her. It's because you got in my way.
Another Namatame? How? The real one's right here and we already beat his shadow!
No. Come to think of it, Namatame never faced his other self. And we didn't witness his shadow returning to his body as a persona either. Perhaps that's why we're seeing this now.
What the... I failed, but it wasn't my fault. And the law can't touch me anyway.
What?
Is that what Namatame's really thinking? Then... he wasn't deranged or anything. He knew what he was doing!
To hell with the law! I won't ever forgive what you did!
This... please! Stop! Huh? Stop what? We ain't even done anything yet. Or do you want us to do something? Something fitting for a bastard like you!
Kanji...
Do whatever you want. You hate me because the child died, don't you? I don't care either way. Living or dying makes no difference to me. But you're different. You can't do such a thing. You wouldn't dare, right? I'll continue saving people. It's my mission.
Mission?
My God.
Please, stop.
He wants us to stop. What should we do?
What do you mean?
We can't let this bastard do whatever he pleases.
Still, what are you going to do?
No way I'm gonna walk out of here doing nothing.
I understand, but...
This must be a luxury suite. Most hospital wards don't have such large televisions.
Why, with something like this in the room, this man could escape at any time.
Although once he enters, he may find there's no way out.
Wait a second. You don't mean... Are you... serious?
You just gonna turn your back and walk away?
But...
What's gotten into you guys? This is crazy! How can we do something like that?
Chie! Everyone, listen to me. If we're gonna do this, now is our only shot. We won't get a second chance. At this rate, the guy's gonna get off the hook, and he'll go around saving people again. You just heard what this bastard's really thinking. If that happens, it'll be just like Nanako-chan and Senpai. Who knows how many innocent people will die this time? I can't let something like that go. Someone close to me died. Her killer can't be convicted. And now I'm gonna let the same thing happen again? There's no way I can do that! It's just wrong, isn't it?
But... Yosuke...
All we have to do is push him inside the TV. That's it. We do that one thing, and this is all over.
Just... push him inside?
If any of you want no part in this, just leave the room. I'm not gonna force you to stay. As for me, nothing could make me forgive this bastard. But before we do this, I want to hear what you think. What do you want to do, leader?
And here is where things really start. This man is responsible for Nanako being dead. We just need to push him inside. That's all we need to do. We don't need to kill him ourselves. We will be responsible for him having died, but we will be able to avenge Nanako if we do that, and nobody else is gonna get hurt. This is the first option that affects the ending. And we are going for the golden ending. So, hey Sector, not the best mood for that kind of thing, but how you doing? We are going for the best ending possible. I will not just ignore that this could happen, and I will not do this myself. Wait a second here.
We don't have time to wait. If we don't do this now, the cops will come back. What are you trying to say?
What is up? Well, I know it's late. I said on the server that I was gonna be late because of work. As for what's up, Nanako-chan is dead. And Yosuke just suggested that we get rid of Namatame by tossing him into the TV so he can die there. We are missing something.
Something we don't know. What don't we know?
Namatame's true feelings.
But we just heard the guy's true feelings on TV!
Did we now? Because if I remember right, whenever a shadow shows up, it's always that person's repressed feelings, not the real feelings.
What didn't you understand?
Something is bothering me.
Well, what is it? I already told you there's no time to waste. Are you even getting at something here, or are you just stalling?
We are missing something.
Missing? Like what exactly? Damn it, I've heard enough of this bullshit. Give me a straight answer. Are we doing this or not? That's all I give a damn about right now.
It's a typical Monday, except for the murder. Calm the hell down!
He's right. Let's all calm down for a second.
I'm perfectly calm.
No, you are not!
Hey, what did you mean by we're missing something?
And you don't need to be an orange fat cat to think that.
What's there to miss with a sick bastard like him?
Hey, let's all take a deep breath. After what happened to Nanako-chan and seeing Dojima-san, we're not thinking straight right now.
Fine.
You're right. We should calm down and think rationally about this. I realize now that we've heard almost nothing from Namatame's perspective. There's no denying that this man brought great harm to Nanako-chan. But other than that point, the rest comes from our assumptions based on watching the Midnight Channel a moment ago. I won't deny that we were blinded by the heat of the moment, trying to impute all responsibility to him rashly.
But... yeah, the guy's not saying anything.
Did we ask him anything? I don't think so.
Whatever reason he had, there's no doubt about the fact that he'd been throwing people inside the TV. It was him who put Senpai through that misery. How can we possibly understand someone who says killing people is the same as saving them?
Failing to understand and failing to listen are rather different things. Truthfully, not all the hitches that were nagging at me have been answered yet.
Exactly.
We'll have to see what he can tell us about them, though it appears he's in no condition to do so at the moment.
True. Dealing with him right now might not solve all the things that are bothering us. Damn it. But you better remember this. I'll do everything I can to stop him from repeating what he's done.
Like I wouldn't.
Anytime, anywhere, anything.
I feel the same way.
Jeez, how the hell can you stay so calm, man?
Maybe because I'm the fucking leader.
Then again, that's why you're our leader. Alright, let's go ahead and think this through as much as we need.
If we leave any unanswered questions behind, we'll just be lying to ourselves. Yeah, that ain't gonna cut it. All right, I'm convinced.
Thank you. I'll think as hard as I can and try to help.
We all know how you feel, Yosuke. Come on, we've accomplished this much together, haven't we?
Right. Together.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry. And thanks.
The case has taken a sharp turn and the investigation team is now one step closer to the truth. It seems that you will go on with your friends to solve another mystery. We maxed out the full rank. And with that, we managed to unlock the ultimate full arcana, Loki. And now I'm gonna get all the ladies because I have Loki! What? Hello? The Judgment Arcana. Seekers of Truth.
Hey, you guys? What are you doing? You can't be in here.
Oh, crap!
We were keeping an eye on the suspect. The police officers outside seem to have their hands full helping Dojima-san. If Namatame were to escape, it would be a disaster for the police's reputation. And their trust in you, Adachi-san.
Oh, I see. We'll tighten security from now on, and I'll arrange for him to be transported out as soon as possible. So, if you guys can keep quiet about being in here, I'd really appreciate it.
How is he, Doctor? He seemed to be extremely agitated a moment ago.
He seems fine for now, but he really needs his rest. Outside, everyone. Doctor's orders.
Understood.
We should go too. Let's get back to Nanako-chan's room.
Nanako-chan.
So what's this thing we're missing, huh?
To tell the truth, there's something that's bothering me too. Why did he start killing people in the first place?
Well, he said himself it was to save them, right?
Exactly. And if he said he had to save them, that implies that there is something that he needs to save them from. What could that be?
So he killed his lover in order to save her and kept going?
The police speculated the first murder was related to the affair, so they called in Namatame for questioning. But everything in his testimony and his bearing, no matter what they looked at, they found nothing suspicious. If he truly is twisted enough to believe that murder is a means of saving people, I think that would have shown through.
Maybe he faked it real well. Or maybe he started out with a normal motive and got a taste for killing after the first time.
No, if that were the case, his motive for killing that announcer would be even more inexplicable. Namatame and his wife were separated at the time. Both Misuzu Hiragi and himself testified that she had discarded him. Hiragi also knew about Yamano beforehand, and Namatame was shocked to hear of Yamano's death. Their relationship was known and was not strained to the point of murder. There's simply no motive in the affair angle. The police invested a great deal of effort into investigating this point. Therefore, we have no convincing motive for Namatame to kill Mayumi Yamano, although her name was written in Namatame's own diary.
His reason for killing her.
It's still possible that he was crazy to begin with and no one realized, right?
I don't really get any of this.
Oh, this is so confusing!
Hey, we could hear you in there. This is a hospital. Maybe you should quiet down a little.
Oh, there you are, all of you. Please come with me immediately.
What?
Huh? What's going on?
Did something happen with Dojima?
What are you waiting for? Hurry, go!
Teddy?
Where am I?
That's what I'm asking.
Is this Teddy's world? This doesn't quite feel like it, though. I remember being at the hospital. That's right, Nana-chan. I couldn't do anything. Why do I even exist? I couldn't keep my promise. I lost my reason to be there. That's it. I remember now. So, it was true.
What was true?
Guys! Sensei!
What you talking about, Teddy?
What should I do?
What's going on, Teddy? Don't just mumble like this.
Oh, there they are. Nanako-chan came around.
What?
Huh? What did you just say?
But she flatlined. How? You don't come back from... How? What?
Nanako-chan's alive?
Are you serious?
It's very rare to be resuscitated after one's heart and lungs fail, but it does happen. But until I know why she collapsed in the first place, I can't say for sure how well she'll recover.
Oh my god. Too much tension.
Still, Nanako-chan's a fighter, and she's trying desperately to stay alive.
So this isn't a joke? You're actually telling the truth?
Nanako-chan. Oh my god.
Sector, can I get a round of applause, please, for Nanako-chan's survival?
This is amazing!
Miracles do happen. I'm so glad.
I didn't know what I was gonna do.
Come on. Stop crying, you two.
Let's everybody cry now.
You all should go home for the night. I'll speak with Dojima-san tomorrow about Nanako-chan's treatment. It's rather chilly outside. If it starts snowing, be careful not to catch a cold.
Wait a second, where's Teddy? I noticed he didn't come with us when we went to Namatame's room.
You're right. That's weird. I figured he wouldn't move from Nanako-chan's side.
Teddy, where did you go?
Oh yeah, he has a cell with him. Wait, I shouldn't use mine inside the hospital. I'll try calling him up once we're outside.
Where did Teddy go? Nanako is fighting hard to survive.
Oh, there you are. I forgot to tell you. Don't pull that again, okay? You can't just meet with the suspect like that. Anyway, I came to give you an update on Dojima-san. His wounds opened up a little, but he's treated now and he's fast asleep.
Thank you.
He'll be alright, don't worry. Knowing him, by this time tomorrow, he'll be on his feet and yelling at people again. Don't tell him I said that. Anyway, I heard Nanako-chan's on the road to recovery again. You guys were being so dramatic that I got really worried. But this is good news. She'll be well again in no time. By the way, you're all alone at the house now, right? Well, enjoy your freedom while you can. Dojima-san and Nanako-chan will be back soon after all. Well, I better head back. You go home too, before it gets too late. See ya.
Couldn't save. I couldn't save. Why? Mayumi. And that girl too. I couldn't save them.
There was something else going on here. He said that he couldn't save them, and yet those are the girls that died. So he was trying to stop them from dying. Which means that he was trying to protect Nanako. Which means there's something else here. Something else that is dangerous going on.
Huh? What's the matter? Feeling guilty all of a sudden? Sheesh.
Sleeping on the job. Sheesh.
I can't reach him. Did that stupid bear forget to charge the battery?
We took a quick look around the hospital, but there's no sign of him. I wonder where he went.
Snow.
Oh, it's snow. Hey, you're right. Wow, it's been a while since I last saw real snow. It doesn't look that pretty, though, because of this fog.
I guess this makes it the first snow of the year. It's freezing. Let's go home.
Considering you're wearing a skirt, I would be concerned, yes.
Hey, Yosuke, if you find Teddy, don't forget to contact us, alright?
I know. Let's meet up at the special headquarters tomorrow. Man, that Ted. I hope he just went back home by himself. He's probably fine. But I'll hurry home just in case. Well, see you tomorrow.
Back in Namatame's room, was it really right to stop everyone from what they were about to do? For now, you have no way of knowing. You remember that your cell phone has been off this entire time since you were at the hospital. There seem to be no messages. You should go home before you catch a cold. Ow, my back. My lower back. Think what happened at Namatame's hospital ward. The snow that started to fall, the fog that won't disappear. What lies ahead from here on? Igor!
Welcome. It's been quite some time. Do not be alarmed. You are fast asleep in the real world. I have summoned you within your dreams. Now then, your journey has taken you quite a distance thus far. Do you believe you'll be able to successfully solve this mystery?
I can solve it.
Splendid! The precise destination of this vehicle, that too is getting rather hard to judge. If we continue driving blindly, we may end up leading you further away from the mystery that you must reach. Well, why don't we take a moment to look back on your journey? It was for that purpose that I summoned you here.
Hey Voodoo! Good evening. How's it going? We just saw Nanako's death and return. We're aiming for the best ending possible, so we do not take the wrong answers that would lead to the bad endings.
Margaret?
Voices you've heard many times before echo in your mind.
What's right? What you should choose to do in life. The answers to those things lie within you.
I'm going to think about my life and set my own path.
We are experiencing the words engraved into your memory during your journey.
Failing to understand and failing to listen are rather different things.
Alright, let's go ahead and think this through as much as we need.
If we leave any unanswered questions behind, we'll just be lying to ourselves.
I'll think as hard as I can and try to help.
Come on. We've accomplished this much together, haven't we?
Right. Together.
And it seems you have comrades with you as well. Those heading in the same direction through this dense fog.
It seems that the car has stopped moving.
We'll be parked for the moment while I confirm our current heading.
As I mentioned previously, this year will signal a great change in your life. Though there isn't much time left, it can be worth your while to take the time to stop and reflect.
People are like water flowing in a river. There is only one stream, but all who pass through it are affected differently. Some travel fast, some change their course, experiencing countless events as they travel down the river of time.
I know you want to do that, Sector.
Just so.
Yes, she
The
does
state
have
of
a nice
this
channel.
room reflects the scenery of your heart. Perhaps this may be a time for contemplation rather than action.
Eh? Doorbell. What's going on? Who could it be? I'm coming! Yosuke?
Teddy's missing. I looked all over the neighborhood, but I couldn't find him anywhere.
I'm worried. I might pop up there, yeah.
He was acting all weird lately. Rise and the others are checking inside the TV to see if he's gone back to the other side. We're meeting pretty soon, so will you come with me to Jeunesse?
Where could Teddy have gone? In any case, we decide to go look for him. Cool, I got a sub again on Luna. That means I get to use my sound effect again.
It's no use, man. We can't find him.
That's the thing with Luna's subscription system. She likes to, when you subscribe, you get to create your own sound effect that you can use with your own command. As long as you stay subscribed, you can use the sound effect anytime you want. It doesn't involve points or anything like that. It's just a sound effect that you can use. And my sound effect is really cool. It's related to my favorite strategy RPG games, Super Robot Wars.
No luck for me either. I didn't sense anything over there. The fog's so dense it might be affecting my readings. I wish I could do better. I'm sorry.
Ted. Don't tell me he really went back to his world this time. We told him over and over that he could stay here.
You're curious to hear my sound effect? It's easy enough. It's really just the beginning of a theme song for a character that's really awesome. I'm about to be wrapping up real soon, to be honest. This may be a time for contemplation rather than action. That is what Igor said, but let's think about this.
I guess that's all we can do right now. He plays dumb a lot, but he's attached to us deep down. He wouldn't disappear without saying anything, right?
I'm worried for Teddy myself, but let's trust in him and await his return. Right now we must concentrate on the case. It won't be long before Namatame is transferred to another location. We must hurry, or we will miss our only chance to get his perspective on this.
You know, I've been thinking about the case since, but something just doesn't seem right.
Let's quickly review the facts.
Wait, you mean you haven't given me a subscription yet? I thought you had.
Of all the victims, only 2 were killed. Miss Yamano the announcer, and Saki-san. From the documents we found in the car, we know Namatame had some sort of dealings with them. After that, there were multiple attempted murders in which we were targeted. It was only when he took Nanako-chan that we caught him in the act, identifying his modus operandi in the process.
Yes.
When I hear you put it like that, sounds like the dude's guilty.
As a result of Namatame's arrest, the police admitted that Mitsuo Kubo was a mere copycat killer.
Mm-hmm.
Back up to yesterday. Remember when you said Namatame didn't have a motive to kill the announcer? That's what's bothering me.
Right. Either he's completely
Ah.
nuts, or we're misunderstanding something.
You sure? Because when I click to give away subscriptions, I can actually give away to random people as well, not just people who are in the chat, I think. But okay, I'll go. You can give it to me when I go there.
You lost me.
She's trying to say that if Namatame is sane, then there may be facts in the case we don't know about yet.
Sane or insane? Sounds like a play I saw before.
When he talks about saving people, what does that actually mean? I don't think there's any doubt that it includes kidnapping people and throwing them into the TV.
Could he mean saving them through death? He did call himself a savior and said that the other side is a wonderful world.
So they'll be saved if they die? What a bunch of crap! The bastard should have gone and saved himself. What do you think, Senpai?
There's something else.
If you think about it normally, it's gotta be him. But there ain't nothing normal about that world anyways.
There's something I've been wondering about for a while. When we first encountered him, he said, "You're the ones I saved. Don't worry, I'll save this girl too." So, if he saves people by killing them, did he save us too?
Obviously not!
Wouldn't he actually have failed to save us?
You raise a good point. If he thinks that salvation comes only through death, his words to us make no sense.
Simple, basic logic at its finest.
And another thing, the Namatame who appeared on the Midnight Channel said he failed to save Nanako-chan.
Well, maybe he really was trying to save the victims by putting them inside the TV. Come on, don't get all quiet like that. You guys know I just say the first dumb thing that pops into my head.
The possibility that he truly intended to save us.
But he's still the one who threw in Saki-senpai in that announcer, right? Sure, we haven't nailed down his motives, but that doesn't change the fact that he killed them. Or what? You think someone else was involved? What makes you think so?
The possibility of a culprit besides Namatame. Could there be something that proves this possibility? The warning letter, maybe.
Warning letter? Oh yeah! Whatever happened to that thing?
If Namatame's the killer, he must have been the one who wrote it, right?
Let's review them.
The first letter said, "Don't rescue anymore." And the second one said, "If you don't stop this time, someone close will be put in and killed."
Yes, that's right.
Isn't that kind of odd? Would someone who thinks he's saving people by killing them write stuff like "don't rescue" or "kill"?
I think we already went over this. I don't think he was actually trying to kill them, so we can stop saying that, oh, who would he do that?
Yeah, and the "will be put in and killed" part doesn't make sense either. If the killer was writing it, wouldn't it be more like "I'll put in and kill"?
Hey, could this mean...
Namatame didn't write it.
Yeah, it's almost like someone else wrote this letter.
But only the killer would write such a letter and deliver it to Dojima-san's house, right?
Yes.
If someone else wrote it, that could only mean...
There is a real killer on the loose.
Dear God. Since this is such an unusual case, I was absolutely convinced that other than the Kubo incident, there was one culprit.
So Namatame really was trying to save his victims?
Everything is exactly the opposite of what it first seemed. In Namatame's parlance, failing would have been the first two cases when the victims died. If he had used his method twice and failed both times, he would hardly have continued using the TV. And yet he did. It all seems to suggest that someone else wrote this warning letter while observing the entire case.
Exactly.
Someone else? Then it wasn't Namatame that killed Saki-senpai in the announcer?
We can't say for certain yet.
It might be possible that Namatame only found out about the TV world after Saki died.
We urgently need to speak with Namatame face to face.
Advance! Judgment 2. This Arcana is gonna raise very fast.
How though? After what happened yesterday, they said they're gonna tighten security.
I have a plan, but there's no time to waste. Let's hurry to the hospital.
What's your plan, Naoto?
Hey, this place is off limits.
I'm a consultant with the police. I'd like a few words with Namatame-san. May I go in?
This is Unit 252, requesting confirmation on an ID. Name of Naoto Shirogane. Huh? Ah. Understood. I see. Well, you're on the list. I can give you a few minutes, but I'll have to record your conversation with him for security purposes. Not that I expect you'll get anything coherent out of the guy. He's been spouting nothing but gibberish.
I'd like him to accompany me as well. He has no identification, but this is an emergency situation, and he's here in Detective Dojima's stead.
Huh? Detective Dojima sent him? I wasn't informed of this.
I'll vouch for his identity.
Well, I guess it's better than dealing with the man himself.
Damn, what kind of reputation does Dojima have?
We have our hands full with the transport procedures, so the last thing we need is Detective Dojima running wild. Detective Adachi is busy somewhere too.
Okay, Sector. Be there real soon. I think I'm gonna... The next point that the save point makes itself available, I'm gonna save.
This is Unit 252. Huh? I see.
Has something happened?
There's something about a suspicious object out in the lobby.
Ah, well then, this works out nicely. You should back up your colleagues downstairs. We'll keep watch over Namatame-san. A disturbance in a hospital lobby, after all. It sounds serious.
If anything happens, hit the nurse call button. I'll leave the rest to you.
Understood. Please be careful.
What a stupid cop.
I knew they were undermanned, but I didn't expect it to go this smoothly.
Wow!
There's nothing much inside that suspicious object, so he won't be gone long.
All right, then now's our chance to talk to Namatame.
Of course, Sector. I always say hi when I show up at
Namatame-san,
Luna's.
There's something we'd like to ask you. It's tempting to think that you were the culprit behind this entire case, and to be honest, there are many in this town who hope you are, but we are here to learn the truth. So please, answer our questions.
Huh?
It seems that he understands. Who did you throw in first?
Huh? Me?
Did you kill those two girls?
They were killed. I couldn't save them.
Is saving killing people?
No. If nobody saves them, they'll be killed. That's why I put them in there.
Then tell me if my estimation is correct so far. After discovering the Yamano and Konishi incidents, you realized an appearance on the Midnight Channel meant certain death. Thus, to save her from that fate, you kidnapped Yukiko Amagi. You couldn't let her be killed, so you threw her into the TV, preventing the killer in this world from reaching her. And you repeated the process, as more individuals appeared on the Midnight Channel. It all falls into place. His body is weak, but his mind is sound. He's trying to tell us the truth.
Yeah, but if the stuff he's saying is true...
There's another killer who murdered the first two victims?
Not another killer. The one killer. The only killer.
Indulge us in a few more questions.
Why did you enter the TV?
I didn't know. I never thought it would be that kind of place.
Why the warning letters?
What are you talking about?
Who killed the first two?
I have no idea. I want to know that too.
As I thought.
You believe me? Did they find him? Did they find the one who did such cruel things? Mayumi.
Please calm down. Our ability to find the culprit rests on you. We know about the other world. In fact, we're the only ones who can fully understand what you have to say.
Only you?
We did blame you for everything at first, but now I think we can accept whatever you got to tell us as truth.
Please, tell us everything you can, calmly and slowly.
Not too slowly. The police are gonna come back anytime now.
You're willing to listen? Do my story? All right.
Let's hear it.
Soon after my affair with Mayumi became common knowledge, I returned to my parents' home, as if to run away from the scandal. And I started drinking heavily to drown my anxieties. I hadn't been able to reach Mayumi at all, and that didn't help either. Mayumi, where are you? She'd been disgraced on all the afternoon shows, and forced to resign from the program she was on. I caused her so much trouble. I wanted to at least apologize to her, but I couldn't even do that. I lost the will and energy to do anything. Then, one day, the rumor I heard some time ago came back to me. Since I had nothing better to do, I sat down blankly in front of the TV and watched my own reflection.
Peekaboo!
And all of a sudden, there was Mayumi. Mayumi? Is that you? The Mayumi inside the TV looked as if she was calling to me for help. Mayumi? Mayumi! When I reached out unthinkingly to touch her, my arm disappeared into the TV, as if I had dipped it into a pool of water. I was so shocked that I lost my balance and nearly fell face first into the TV.
So far, it matches with what Narukami experienced.
I was so scared. I couldn't understand what just happened. I thought maybe I'd gone insane. In the end, I decided to think of it as just a dream, and I went back to the city the next day after finishing work. The next afternoon when I got to work, I was fired on the spot, as I expected. That wasn't what broke me, though. It was Mayumi being found dead. And not just that, but it had happened in my hometown. I was dumbstruck. But later on, I remembered the image of Mayumi I'd seen that night. Was it not a dream? Could it really have been an SOS from Mayumi?
Poor bastard.
I hadn't touched another TV because the first time was so terrifying, but I decided to try it again. And I confirmed that none of it was a dream. So that image, was it something Mayumi showed me, calling for help? That's how I felt.
And eventually, you learned of the Midnight Channel.
I remembered that when Mayumi was alive, she was chasing a rumor about some bizarre TV program. I'd heard about it before, but I thought it was just an urban legend. But then Mayumi appeared on it, and later turned up dead. The more I thought about it, the harder it became to believe that the two events were unrelated. Soon after that, I came back to Inaba to answer the police's questions. I'd lost my job, and I wanted to know the truth of Mayumi's
I can't
death
save during a dialogue sector, you know that.
Then, on another rainy night, someone else appeared on the Midnight Channel. It was a girl. She looked like she was calling for help, just like Mayumi. The first thing that came into my mind was, maybe this girl will be the next to die.
And that was Saki-senpai.
I'd been following all the news about Mayumi, so I noticed right away that she was the girl who found Mayumi's body. And if my hunch was right, she'd be the next victim. I didn't want her to die the way Mayumi did, so I desperately kept watching. I was consumed with the idea of rescuing her. Then, little by little, her image on the screen came into sharper focus.
It became sharper?
How did you find out it was her?
After I came back, my father couldn't bear to see me in such low spirits, and gave me a job with the family business. I met that girl when I delivered a package to the liquor store. After agonizing over it, I decided to meet her, and told her to be careful.
But naturally, she thought you were insane.
That same night, on the TV, she looked as if she was being engulfed by some black shape. She was writhing in pain. That's why I warned her. Why won't she pick up the phone? Come on, please! The next day, they found her dead.
So you can actually watch somebody die on the Midnight Channel?
I knew she was gonna be murdered, but I couldn't save her. I blamed myself, thinking there must have been something I could have done. There was no one who depended on me. Nobody at work, not even my wife. Mayumi was the only one who accepted me for who I was. But she was murdered, and the same person killed another girl. I was beside myself. I couldn't forgive myself for doing nothing.
You really did love Miss Yamano.
Yes, from the bottom of my heart. Before I was married, my wife made it big in show business. I was happy for her, but it put a strain on our relationship.
I think I can kind of relate.
It was around that time when I met Mayumi. She was interviewing our candidate for the next election. She was a big-name announcer, but she only worked with local stations, and her attitude towards work was similar to mine. We both came from Inaba, so she was easy to talk to. I knew it was wrong, but I couldn't help getting intimate with her. She gave meaning to my life. Soon after Saki-san was found dead, yet another girl appeared on TV. That was you. She'll be kidnapped next, and murdered. I can't let her end up like Mayumi and that other girl. This time, I'm gonna do something. My opponent was a murderer who left no clues to his identity. I thought hard about what I could do to protect her from someone like that. I'll never convince her. If she gets suspicious and they arrest me, who'll save her then? The girl inside the TV looked as if she was smiling at me. And that's when it hit me. I apparently had the power to go through the TV screen to the other side. Then, what if I put her into the TV and give her shelter there before the killer gets her? What are you trying to tell me? That it's safe over there? Is that it? The girl inside the TV seemed to smile at me again, and I thought, no
thanks for
matter
the
what kind of
follow,
place
my
it might
star.
be, it's better than being slaughtered.
Do you like Persona games?
Once things calmed down, I could just let her out again. If she's inside the TV, there's no way they can find her. It felt as if everything was starting to come together in my mind.
Yeah, Sector does that.
Could it be that Mayumi gave me that power to prevent any more victims from meeting her fate? Was it my mission to save people?
Anyway, glad to have you on the stream, even if Sector had to twist your arm to make you come here.
But there was a big problem. If I explained the situation to the victim, they wouldn't understand. I had already tried that and failed miserably. It seemed the only thing I could do was to take them away. If that was my mission, I'd just have to do it.
What kind of games you usually play, my star?
Or so I thought. Mayumi, please lend me your strength.
So, since you thought people who appeared on the Midnight Channel would be killed, you kidnapped us in order to save us.
Mission? Give me a break! You never stopped and wondered about any of this?
I thought I was the only one who could help them. I did call the police, but they didn't believe me.
Yeah, I kind of want to be the kind of gamer that plays different kinds of game, but I have to admit I kind of fall on RPGs a lot more often than not.
I knew the area well. Thanks
Though
to
I
my
did
job,
start to play
I had a large
Death
strength,
Stranding
and I could move around
last
without
week
suspicion.
on the stream.
I thought my job as a delivery man would be the perfect cover for my mission. I thought no one else could do it.
Yeah, my favorite flavor is RPGs and retro games, though the majority of those games Sector has zero knowledge about, so he doesn't really care for them.
But
I still am a massive Metal Gear Solid fan.
I wasn't saving them?
For the games that Kojima actually did work on. Don't get me started on Metal Gear Survive.
If a person is still within the TV world when the fog appears here, they will die. Beginning with Yukiko-san, the
And
people
I know you like that, Sector, and you also like Sega games.
Mortal peril.
Yeah, the problem with the fifth one was that it couldn't really fulfill its potential. Thanks to the whole fact that it isn't really a finished product. But it is an amazing product nonetheless, even if it's not as good as it could be. And I love Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. It's my all-time favorite Metal Gear game.
It was my friends here who really saved us all.
I had a feeling that was it. When I went after that little girl and entered the TV myself, for the first time, I had some doubts about myself.
And while Kiefer Sutherland did give a good, solid performance as an old and more bitter Big Boss, I'm sorry, but I just can't unhear David Hayter's voice as Metal Gear, as Snake, Big Boss, or whatever.
You refer to Nanako-chan, correct?
Also, I really hate the fact that the games now encourage you to play passively if you want to get the best stuff, and then you can't kill things with all the cool weapons that you research. The fact that Hayter wasn't even approached to play Big Boss on Metal Gear 5 is kind of offensive to me,
But I still
given how much work he put in for the
to save
franchise.
that poor little girl. That's why I went in after her.
If Metal Gear ever comes back in some form, I will demand that we get David Hayter.
But the TV
Also, he can come in and say,
imagined.
"Kept you waiting, huh?"
Abominable, grotesque place. I knew that the three of you who I saved went back to your normal lives, so I didn't realize how terrible that world was. I never knew you couldn't even get out of that place on your own. No.
Metal Gear Solid 3
That's
was
a
the
cowardly
first
way to
game
put
I
it.
played to the end on PlayStation 2, and it really stuck with me. Even though I missed out on a lot of subtext because I haven't played the first two games.
I wouldn't have gone to see you.
I mean, I knew the plot for the first game, but I didn't play the second game, so I had no idea about a lot of references that they make on the third game.
See us? Wait, are you talking about the concert we did at Junes?
Yeah, that was the guy there.
Yes. I wanted to know why the ones I saved were all
Ooh,
hanging out with each
DBZ
other,
Kakarot.
and how much you remember.
How's that game? I admit I haven't really, I kind of lost passion for playing anime-based games because they all kind of blend together after a while.
But in the end, I couldn't bring myself to say anything and ran home. I must have felt too
I
guilty.
have Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse on PS3 though. And One Piece Pirate Warriors 2.
Anxieties I'd been unconsciously suppressing exploded out when I entered the television myself. I thought I was going insane. I probably did. And you know the rest. When I came to, I was lying in a hospital bed.
The last pure anime-based game that I bought, I believe, was Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, I believe. Because it was on discount on Xbox.
You really were trying to
It really
save
surprised me that they actually included the Brazilian voice acting in the game. It was so weird hearing the Brazilian voice actress for Naruto doing the Rasen Shuriken.
But I ended up doing just the opposite. What a fool. I always wanted to enter the world of politics and become useful to society. But after losing my job and the woman I loved, all I had left was this power.
Speaking of power, let's try and power through for this dialogue so we can reach the save point.
I secretly believed myself to be a hero.
Hold on. I have no idea why the but the stream elements oh, that's why. The term Jap. For some reason it withheld your message. Go figure.
I never doubted what I saw.
Apparently
on TV.
Jap is
I
offensive.
believed everything was as I wanted.
It kinda is, but you know.
I didn't think for myself at all. That's why I couldn't protect them. I'm to blame for all of this.
To be honest, I do have a flair for allowing a lot of words that I probably should be censoring, like curse words and stuff like that, but it's just because to me they aren't as offensive as they are to an English native speaker. By the way, I'm from Brazil. Nice to meet you. What's done is done. I know that. I wasn't accusing you of anything, my star. Stream Elements is just incredibly firm, even though it's on the lowest setting.
I have no intentions of running away from my crimes. I'm prepared to face the consequences. Kidnapping is already a serious crime. And on top of that, I put all those lives in danger. I'm sorry.
The Midnight Channel and the other world, you can hardly be blamed for failing to understand them properly.
So,
We must apologize
what you
to
been
as
playing
well.
on your stream lately, my star?
Had we let our emotions blind us to the truth, we would have piled all the responsibility on you.
I guess from your point of view, people did stop dying once you started saving people. The more you did it, the more you really believed you were preventing their deaths.
When really we were the ones who were saving them.
I'm such a joke. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little tired.
Yeah, everybody's talking greatly about Ghost of Tsushima. And Sector kinda harassed me to try and play it even though I don't own the game.
What are you all crammed in here for?
I'm surprised this cup took this long to come back.
My apologies. We'll be leaving now.
Wait. I beg you, please, find whoever's behind this. You children are the only ones who know about that world.
LOU 2. Last of Us 2. Ah. Don't worry.
clear now. He never committed any murders. It was another party who threw the first 2 victims into the TV.
Yes, let's speak loudly in front of the cop who has no idea what we're talking about. Surely that will not backfire at all. Rank 3.
Now get out of here!
Alright, we're leaving already.
I told you, he's almost ready to be transported. We can't have anything else happen. Sheesh. I better not see you rascals here again.
Rascals? Really? Do you know anybody who says rascals anymore?
Nanako-chan looks like she's in pain. She's fighting
Ah,
for
I
dear
see.
life.
I see. Wow, same city even. Wow, nice. That's the kind of coinkydink. And Sector's wife is from Brazil. That's the whole reason why we clicked the first time he came in on my stream.
This was the last place we saw Teddy, right? He was so worried about her.
How can he flake out like this when we have to find the real killer?
The police consider the matter closed. We'll have to do all the investigation from here on out. Let's revisit Saki-san and Miss Yamano's incidents.
Indeed.
And see if we can turn up fresh
It's also kind of
details.
funny how many of my more present followers tend to be from Europe. I have a lot of European following.
But it's been over 6 months. Wouldn't the trail be cold by now?
I imagine because of the time that I use for streaming just happening to be late night for you guys.
I know, but we can't give up. We're the only ones who understand what's really going on.
By the way, my stream is very late today because I was late to begin the stream today.
And you never know. People might remember some things now because they've had so much time to think about it.
I ended up being 1 hour and a half late thanks to my boss.
Let's split up and talk to people all over town tomorrow. We'll meet up in the evening to discuss our findings.
I hope we can find out something about Teddy, too.
Tomorrow you'll be going out to talk to people in town. We'll just finally help uncover the information that will lead you to the true culprit. You decide to go home early today and get some rest. And yes, I do voice acting for the game all the time. Thank you, and now we save the game. And with this, we finally reached the good point for us to stop the stream. Let me duck down. Here we go. So, my star, thank you so much for joining in and for following me on the stream. I'll try to go watch your stream as well. I'm sure you are an awesome streamer as well. Thank you guys, everybody else who's there. Thank you for coming by. Hope you enjoyed the stream for as little or as lot as you guys watched. If you like this, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel as well. I place all my backlog of streaming over there. Leave a like, leave a comment. Love to reply to comments. You can also... Wow! Super Casal Show is still there! Awesome! God damn! If you like this, please also do come in and join the chat as well. Watching helps me a lot. I can just maybe reach that damn affiliate status, and Sector can finally fulfill his lifelong dream of subscribing to me. So anyway, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Remember, tomorrow I'll be playing Death Stranding, hopefully at my regular hour, if my boss does not try and drag me into some extra work. Yeah, the next challenge comes afterwards. Thanks for the follow, Super Casal Show! Woo! You're awesome! By the way, Super Casal Show is a Portuguese YouTube producer and streamer. He and his wife is from Portugal, but he is from Brazil. Oh yeah, getting an emote, true. I need to think some good emotes to give to the people who subscribe to my channel. I still have to think of that. Anyway, I have babbled enough. I'll see you guys next time. But until then, have a good night. Bye bye!